Today we're going to talk about advanced tactics for spiritual warfare and what it means to wear your shield in daily life. Hear me now, chosen ones. This is not a message for spectators. This is not inspiration for people who want language without responsibility. This is for those who are tired of feeling spiritually exposed. Those who pray yet feel drained. Those who love God yet keep finding themselves weary, distracted, or internally under siege. You are not under attack because you're failing. You're under pressure because you're governed. And today, I'm not teaching you how to fight. I'm teaching you how to stand. Because when armor is worn correctly, battles shorten. When order is restored, warfare loses access. And when a chosen one understands authority, the enemy no longer needs to be addressed. The first truth most believers never learn about spiritual warfare is that spiritual warfare is not constant confrontation. It is constant alignment. Most people imagine warfare as dramatic encounters, intense warfare, intense prayers, raised voices, and emotional urgency. But scripture does not describe armor so you can charge. It describes armor so you can remain steady, remain clear, remain unmovable. You see, the enemy does not need to overpower you. The enemy only needs you disordered. A distracted believer is easier to manage than a sinful one. An exhausted believer is more vulnerable than a rebellious one. A confused believer leaks authority everywhere they go. This is why energetic armor matters. Not because you are weak, but because you are valuable. Number 2, armor is not imagined, it is lived. Armor is not something you visualize in the morning and forget by noon. Armor is not a feeling. Your spiritual armor is not just a ritual. Armor is the result of a correctly ordered life. Scripture never says put on the armor of God and feel powerful. No. It says stand. Standing requires structure. If your life has no rhythm, your spirit has no rest. If your faith has no discipline, your prayers have no weight. If your identity is unclear, your boundaries will always be violated. You see, energetic armor is not mystical. It is moral, behavioral, and structural. That is why many believers pray more when they need to live better. Number 3, the first plate of armor. Before there is a shield, there is truth. You see, truth is not just information. Truth is alignment with who God has named you to be. Identity confusion is the first crack in the armor. When you do not know who you are, you explain yourself unnecessarily. You absorb opinions that were never meant for you. You chase validation. You fight battles that were not assigned to you. Chosen ones are not loud. They are settled. And when identity is secure, many attacks cannot even register. They find no agreement inside you. This is why mature believers stop defending themselves. They let truth defend them. If you're constantly trying to correct how people see you, your armor is already compromised. You see, faith, and that's the fourth point, faith is a structure. And this is why your discipline is warfare. Let me say this plainly. Faith without structure is vulnerability. You can love God deeply and still live exposed. You can worship passionately and still leak authority. You can quote scripture and still invite chaos. Why? Because faith reorganizes behavior. A structured life resists intrusion. A disciplined life is hard to manipulate. A consistent life is difficult to drain. This is why the enemy targets your sleep, for instance, your focus, your routine, your time, not your theology. Advanced spiritual warfare looks like going to bed on time, saying no without guilt, refusing to live in urgency, ending conversations that disturb your peace, keeping your word. This is not self-help, this is stewardship. Discipline is not restriction, it is protection. 5. Emotional control. The shield must never raise unregulated emotions, because unregulated emotions is an open door. Not emotion itself, but emotion without governance. If your feelings decide your actions, you will always be tired. If your moods dictate your responses, your authority will fluctuate. You see, mature believers do not feel less. They respond slower. They pause. They observe. They pray before reacting. This creates density, spiritual weight. You see, a calm spirit is difficult to penetrate. If everything provokes you, you are overexposed. If everyone has access to your inner world, you are unarmored. Peace is not a weakness. Peace is controlled. Number 6, the shield of peace. That takes us to an important part. This is why rest is not optional. Rest is not laziness. Rest is trust in warfare. When you refuse to rest, you're declaring that outcomes depend on you. That is not faith. That is fear disguised as responsibility. Chosen ones often resist rest because they feel the weight of calling. But exhaustion does not honor God. It endangers the assignment. Peace guards the mind, because peace allows the system and slows it down. A slowed system discerns clearly. A clear mind resists deception. And this is why anxiety is so dangerous. It accelerates thought without increasing wisdom. Rest recalibrates authority. Number 7, boundaries. Who you allow near you determines how you feel. Access is power, and not everyone who loves you should hear you. Not everyone who listens should advise you. Not everyone who needs help should receive it from you. Boundaries are not unloving. They are obedient. If everyone has access to you, you will have nothing left to steward. Energetic drain often comes through over-explaining. It comes through oversharing, over-giving, over-availability. You see, silence is sometimes the most spiritual response. You do not owe everyone your emotional labor. You see, the body, and that brings us to number 8. The body is very important. The armor that people ignore the most is the body. Your body is not separate from your faith. You see, fatigue awakens discernment. Poor nourishment clouds your judgment, and neglect magnifies temptation. Many spiritual people struggle, and their struggles intensify because the body is depleted. Caring for your body is not vanity. It is obedience. A regulated body supports a regulated spirit. Drink water, move your body, exercise, step into light. These are not small things. They stabilize the vessel that carries the calling. Number 9, daily armor. How your armor is protected. Your armor is worn daily and not summoned occasionally. Your morning affirmation should be not hype, it should be truth. God orders my steps, my peace is guarded. For your midday, ask, what is required now? For your evening, forgive quickly. Release outcomes. Sleep without guilt. And during sleep, try and revise the day so that it fits what you want as an outcome. You see, when pressure comes, do not dramatize it. Do not overanalyze it, because pressure will come. Do not obsess. Do not assume failure. Return to order. Check your sleep, check your boundaries, check your obedience, check your peace, check your pace. And that's how you restore order in your life. Authority is quiet, and the most protected people are rarely the loudest. They do not announce spiritual battles. They do not magnify opposition. They do not chase constant deliverance. They live ordered lives. Darkness does not need to be shouted at. It retreats when light is stable.